Boozing with gays.
You know you have to play it again. We're just going to stay here for a while till people join.
You didn't tell me to play it again. You normally say...
Play it again.
Okay.
Boozing with gays.
Our theme song, Michael Shepard.
Now we can start. We've got that one person here. Hold on. I always got to go in. I got to check and see what I'm doing on my little pad here. We're not live on my Facebook page. Did you add me?
No, I decided not to.
Already.
Let's not add. There we are, right there.
They're right there. Why would you even say that?
Say
hey,
hello.
Bethany. Hey, Jessica.
Hello to
Cousin Jessica.
No one wants to
How
see
you
you
doing?
looking into your phone.
Say hi to us. We want to be said hi to.
That's like
Make a haiku about how you would say hi to us.
There are comments, actually.
Already?
Yeah.
Kathy Walker. Girl, can't wait to see you soon. Oh, first of all, hey.
I need to know where you're seeing Kathy Walker. I'm so confused about that.
You've never been on Facebook today. Hey. Cheers.
Well, cheers.
Love you.
What is this?
This is a Palm Springs Paloma.
No, I do have a question about Palomas.
Hey, Nicole, longtime girl.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, that's too good.
That's really good.
It's lemon juice, tequila.
3/4 simple syrup, 2 ounces tequila, 3/4 lemon juice, 2 ounces grapefruit. I don't know why it's in that order.
Ooh,
but that's it.
That good.
It's a
y'all. We drinking tequila
drinks.
tonight. Y'all might want to hang around.
I know the fireworks will fly. We know this,
right, Nancy?
What is a Paloma always with tequila? That's what I couldn't remember.
Yo, you can do it with gin. Gin.
Can we?
Must you can do it with gin.
May we?
Put some gin in it.
Put some gin in it. Oh, I have that clip.
Oh, dude, you have to search for it, though. We got to figure out how to do this so that we have stuff that we just press a button.
Get me a bromide and put some gin in it.
It's a good. We haven't done that in a while.
Hey, Dion, how are you?
Get me a bromide.
Put some gin
in it.
I rewatched The Women recently. When I did Mac and Mabel, I was backstage a lot because I didn't really do that much. And I watched The Women. And people come in the dressing room and go, "Are you watching The Women?" I go, "Yeah, I am. I'm watching The Women."
Did anyone go, "What is that?" Any newbie go, "I don't know that movie."
Oh, none of them knew because they were all 14.
How about you say?
They're crazy. A couple of the older
what is
homosexuals.
that movie?
Hey, Taryn. So
you're a teacher.
I am.
In his heart.
I'm a teacher.
He teaches youthful homosexuals about
I am
movies.
like the TV show Bluey.
Like Bluey.
I teach.
I don't know what.
Because I can. I love Bluey, by the way. If you guys aren't watching Bluey, some of the best life lessons are on Bluey right now. Hey, Cassandra. It's so wonderful.
I have a life lesson I want to. Oh, you want to? Oh, go ahead. Looks like you have something.
Life lesson. I was going to tell you. No. So yesterday was my sister Rita's birthday, and today is my sister Tracy's birthday.
Oh, this is good.
And I just was like, I love you both madly, deeply.
I had a very long conversation with Rita today.
Oh, was it about me?
It was not about you.
Oh.
It's about her trip that she's taking today.
Rita Shepherd Love, happy birthday.
If she's traveling, she's going to be.
No. Rita Shepherd Love's in the room right now.
Oh, my God. I thought you were traveling. No. Did you travel? Are you there? I don't want to say it because I don't want people to watch this show, know where you are. And then go,
Carlson, what's
Rita,
up, big brother? A little brother, I guess, because I'm a year older.
This is what I have to.
What do you have to say?
We came across something.
Key to crowd.
We came across something. And I have
Don't ask how it happened, but we found this, and y'all need to watch it. Here we go.
Here we are.
Rise and shine! It is morning, and it is time for breakfast. You have $1.99. What are you going to do?
4 Rise and Shine combos from Hardee's.
Answer me, Private. Hardee's. All right.
Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
So, my question.
What is your question?
Did the director direct the look away, look back? Did he direct that?
No, actually, he did not. By the way, y'all, this was 1985.
He's such a baby.
It's 1985.
Such a baby.
It's crazy.
So wait, was that a Michael Shepard? Did you sneak your direction in there?
I sneaked that in. Because you know what? I am the.
He snuck his direction.
I am the black love child of B. Arthur.
This is a bit bland. It needs some seasoning, some Michael Shepard seasoning. Let me do it. Look.
You're lucky it wasn't a triple take.
Oh God!
Isn't it crazy? You were 11.
Look at this! Look at this! Oh wait, that's wrong one. I remember this commercial.
Oh my God. So we found.
So you've known Michael for quite some time, Bethany.
Bethany, you just didn't know you knew me from the Hardee's commercial. Lord have mercy.
Is there a Hardee's in LA? I don't even know. Is there? I have no idea.
So
we've not talked about it. Should we talk about a thing?
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Should we? Wait. Now we got to get rid of Lord have mercy to continue. Okay. So.
This tequila already hitting back right here.
It's feeling really good.
I can feel it back here a little bit.
So this is just jumping in.
Jump in.
And no order whatsoever.
Jump to it.
So the artist Banksy, who's a London artist who like overnight put stuff on walls and then the building is worth 5 times as much because mysterious. No one knows who Banksy is. I'm dubious about this because what I think is this. We've lived in New York City, right? Where it's a city, like the city that doesn't sleep. I sort of see London as a city that doesn't sleep either. So I don't know how someone could paint on a whole building and no one knows that it happened.
Well, I think that the reason no one knows why it's happening in London is because they're too polite to say anything.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see you there.
I don't know. I didn't see it. So this is the before and after. It was a real tree that's there, and then he painted this kind of tree scenario behind it with someone holding, what is it, like a
paintbrush?
This person's holding like a weed thing, like
spraying all the weeds around it.
But I thought it was really cool when I first saw it. Within 3 days, there was this vandalism. The
People
white
just can't
paint.
be happy.
We don't like it. And someone in the area who lives in that building goes, "My property value just went up." I don't know. Does it still stay up if you
I think it stays up. I'd keep it up.
You probably hired some armed guards.
I put a fence around that bitch. This is my Banksy building. This is the Banksy building.
Don't touch my Banksy building.
Don't touch
it's money in my Banksy.
That was a dad joke.
Did you know?
I did not.
That Miss Olivia Colman was in the movie Barbie originally?
I don't know this at all.
Did you know?
I don't know this at all.
That she was in the movie Barbie originally. So you know Helen Mirren narrated it.
I heard that.
At one point, this was actually filmed and everything. There was a battle of the dames. And Olivia Colman comes in and she takes over the narration.
But is Olivia Colman a dame?
Well, I don't know.
But I'm just saying,
there's nothing like a dame. I'm not sure if officially she's a dame, but she is a British voice. She is a major British voice.
Absolutely.
Academy Award winning, I might say. So there was supposed to be this battle of the dames, and the guess is it probably was a bit too much because it didn't really fit into any of the plot line that's really Barbie. Well, but Olivia Colman was in the movie, and that made me a little bit happy when I saw that.
I love that story. So, for those of you, our son's walking through.
Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
Sebastian is here.
Say hi, buddy.
So we always have to call Sebastian. Say, we're doing the show. Come in and say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
No.
Everybody's home.
Hi.
All the children are home. Oh, stop with the face.
What's with the crazy face?
Okay.
I know.
Hi.
We have Muppets for children.
Oh my gosh. So Sebastian, what we talked about. So we love the theater, right? We love the theater. And so this happened a couple days ago in New York, and we want to talk about it.
So we should say the 2 actors that we knew in the play, not that we know them personally, but are Michael Imperioli, who was in The Sopranos, and then Jeremy Strong, who was in Succession. I couldn't find the movie. Anyway, so this is the play is Enemy of the People, and this actually happened during a performance.
Objections. I object. I object to the silencing of scientists. I am very, very sorry to interrupt your night and this amazing performance. I am a theater artist. I work in this theater professionally. My career on the line because we are not doing anything about this crisis. Broadway will not survive on a dead planet.
Free the truth tellers. When you leave here tonight, remember the truth tellers.
I came here tonight tonight, hoping to shake this town from
No
disease.
theater on a dead planet! There will be no theater when wildfire smoke makes the air unbreathable.
The actors clear the stage and will be pausing this evening's performance.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about that? So these people, they're called the Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion.
And they are... And they're
Hey Jay.
No, we're actually doing a talking now, so you got to be part of us.
So
they're promoting, climate change. I mean, they're promoting, we got to do something about climate change. They're not promoting. They're let's do climate change.
Yay, climate change!
Yay! No, they're saying let's draw attention to it and do something. And so it was fascinating because this play, I guess, is about protesting and stuff like that. And it happened. I don't know if you know this. It happened during kind of a pre-show. Really, the lights weren't even down in the audience.
Oh. But here's the thing. I got a couple things. One, the first person to show up is someone who goes, I'm an actor. I'm just like these people here. I'm an actor. Let me make this about myself first before I talk about climate change.
Well, I'm going
to ruin my career,
I might ruin my career by doing this.
Because I'm an actor. And I was like, bitch, this is about you and not about climate change for the first 2 minutes. And then you got into climate change, and that made me mad.
Second person.
And the second person,
really couldn't hear.
Whatever.
Third person was strong.
Third person was angry.
Michael Imperioli had a tweet or text, or I forget where this was, but he said, I thought this is funny. Tonight was wild, no hard feelings, Extinction Rebellion crew. Michael is on your side, but Mayor Stockman is not. Much love. So he was actually for them. Yeah. But when he's pushing him out, he's being in character because I guess he's he's hanging on to character. Look at him.
I love it. It's like great. So I got a lot of family here tonight. I'm very excited about it.
Family.
And Patty's here and everybody here.
Do I have family? Do I have any?
Your family don't care.
They don't know.
They don't.
You're still doing that?
That's like so. Okay, y'all. Just take a look at that.
Take a look at it.
Look at it. I'll just say this. The stallion's name is Chardonnay.
I did not know.
That stallion's name is Chardonnay.
Now, this is the cover. Am I right about this?
That is what she has released.
We're not sure if it's the cover.
We don't know what it is.
So do you want to give some?
I don't know if y'all have heard of this person, Beyonce.
Beyonce, you might have heard of her.
Yes. Beyonce Carter Knowles. And so she's releasing a country album. I'm pouring myself a little more drink because that went down really fast.
Well, now, no, according to the Guggenheim, she's not.
She's not doing a country album. What is she doing according to the Guggenheim? She's promoting her album, right? She's promoting her new
album. That has some
album.
country western songs on it, evidently, but people have been, what is it? It's on the 29th is the release date.
Yes.
So people will be able to hear the whole thing. And so for a publicity thing, I'm reading now, they put information on the Guggenheim, the Whitney, the New Museum, and the Museum of Arts and Designs in New York City. Here's the image on the Guggenheim. This ain't a country album. This is a Beyonce album.
Cowboy Carter,
Act
329.
2. So I'm not sure, is the title of the album Act 2 Cowboy Carter?
No,
is that the whole?
Well, because Act 1 was Renaissance. This is Act 2, Cowboy Carter.
So what's the title of the album? Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy Carter.
Gotcha.
Hey, Joseph. So she
says it's not a country album.
She says it's not
on
a country
the Guggenheim.
album. It's a Beyonce album. But let me just share some quick things with y'all. Because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a fan of Beyonce's for a very long time now. I kind of am a lot. And so she got permission.
I was a bigger Beyonce fan than you
were. She got permission from Dolly Parton to do Jolene.
We're not sure if it's on the album.
We're not sure. And it might be with Dolly Parton.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Can you imagine?
That's enough to make your gay boots quiver.
My gay boots just shot off. My gay boots just flew across the room. I'm still holding on to my panties so they don't you fly.
So in regards to a country album, can you read the Beyonce quote?
So
here's the quote. Ready?
Okay, this quote. The criticisms I faced when I first entered this genre forced me to propel past the limitations that were put on me. Act 2 is a result of challenging myself and taking my time to bend and blend genres together to create this body of work. Beyonce.
Which I thought was a bit to bend and blend.
Now,
I really like this.
What started all this, hey Kevin, what started all this is that 2016, Beyonce performs with the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, but they started up and got rid of the Dixie. And Baby tore the place down. Go back on YouTube, find it, look at it. It's beautiful.
Breathtaking.
It's from a song from her Lemonade album. Now, mixed with the genre of the Chicks. It's gorgeous. But, baby, they called her an N-word B. The people in the audience, they were calling her these during the performance. Get that black B off the stage. She don't belong in country. They treated her and her team like shit backstage. And so they were very well aware that they were made to feel like they did not belong. And this is like one of those things where it's like, Miss Baez, she is playing the long game, honey, because all of a sudden that was 2016. This is 2024. 8 years later, she'd have come out with this album. And it's going to kick ass because she's, as we all talked about a couple weeks ago, she is the first black woman, black person to ever hit #1 on the country hot music charts. So guess what? They told them, I got you, bitches. I got you. Wait. Just wait. Just wait. Can you put that picture up again?
Yeah.
As Jay just asked, how is she staying on that horse?
Well, I don't think the horse, I'm not sure what I'm looking at because I don't think the horse can be moving and you can sit like that. Also, she looks like a Barbie to me, which is, I think, appropriate with the movie.
Oh, and it's a real other thing.
What?
You can get rid of that right now. Another thing, honey, because she's carrying an American flag, all the white races are going at it.
That's our flag.
That's our flag. Why would she do that? Hey, Cindy, that's our flag. That's our flag. We can't do shit without somebody being mad. Hey, Cousin Joe, I got all my cousins here tonight. I love it. Tamara's here. Hey. So I had to bring that up because
I'm going to go close this door.
Go close the door.
The boy's door is open and he's talking loudly. I'll be right back.
Close the door.
So what's next on our thing?
Okay.
Oh, we got this.
So while he's going to close the door to the boy's bedroom, I have a question for y'all. She messed up. I had this whole thing planned to do tonight and she'd have messed it up for me. But we were wondering where Kate Middleton was. Now we know. But the conspiracy theories about Miss Kate Middleton, y'all.
I know. They were really kind of
They were like, he done beat her to death.
Oh, they're horrible.
He didn't.
Well, and even when Michael brought this up that we are going to talk about this, I even said, but there's nothing there. We don't know what's happened yet. We need more information. Well, guess what came out today?
Came out today.
This video.
In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London. And at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
All right. I'm refilling my husband's drink. So, okay. So we find out that Kate Middleton has cancer, and we said lots of love and healing thoughts.
Well, and also in that, I kind of want to extend it. What I liked about the last part of that clip was she said she's also extending that type of healing thought to anyone who's going through this. And we've known close people in our lives who've gone through cancer. So
absolutely.
Not a joking matter.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not doubting that Sister Girl has cancer.
No.
It's a horrible thing. Why would you even play with that? So obviously that's happening. Why would you send out body doubles walking to the market at a brisk pace?
Well, we don't know that she did it. Let's be clear.
Oh no, it's
the institution. Is it the institution?
The institution.
The institution did whatever they did. Like they go, we can't let this out yet. We can't let it.
It's like all they had to say.
Well, they brought out body doubles. No, they didn't put out a body double. They did this. No, they did. It was this back and forth. It's like all this stuff.
Was that picture fake? Was it real? What? So they did all these things, and now all of a sudden that this country and their country has lost their minds about trying to figure out what happened to this woman, then all of a sudden she comes out with this statement. Again, it just doesn't, something's weird.
Is it just me, or do you, when you see this, I'm just going to flash her.
In January, I underwent major abdominal.
I get feminine hygiene commercial. I just remember those. Mom, this is a special time.
Something just feels off. Something smells off to me still. And the thing, though, I don't know if y'all still on that Twitter or on the X or whatever it's called. Honey, they're trying to blame all of this on Meghan Markle.
Jesus Christ.
Go on Twitter. They're trying to blame this because Meghan Markle last week started a new beauty line. And they're talking about the fact that she knew she had cancer. Why would she do that? Everything. I'm like, y'all can blame the black woman on everything, can't you?
Jeez.
This black woman ain't done nothing. She said there like this. She said there like this. I ain't said shit for months.
Yeah, I gotta say that's a sort of a theme in this episode. We have other black women that have gone through stuff.
I'm like this. So all of a sudden, yes, I am very sad for this woman and their family. But why has a black woman got to be brought involved into it? Which then makes me lose sympathy because I'm sick of it. Leave that woman alone. She ain't done shit to y'all. Okay, go to the next subject.
But you can't keep going. There has to be a moment, a respite. So this is my favorite headline of this week. I just thought that says it all in the headline. Sex is back at the Olympic Village. Paris will hand out 300,000 condoms.
You may not remember this from 4 years ago, but a little thing, the Olympics happened. And there's this thing called
sex
that happened rapidly in the village.
And they said you can't do it because of COVID. Well, now sex is back. And they're handing out 300,000. I'm like, how much sex is being done in between events? That's my question.
It's like being in the gay clubs in the 80s, honey. So we didn't have condoms then. We got condoms in the 90s.
It's just like... And the thing is, no alcohol or drugs are allowed in the Olympic Village, but that's why the condoms, you can do sex. So that is back.
There's no alcohol. There's no drugs.
So they say.
Cheers.
Speaking of sports, here we go. We're jumping in.
All right, we're about to get...
Actually, this first one I think is kind of cool. So our good friend Jim Jordan, he's trying to push through something that's like a safety in... what's it called? Here it is. It's called Protection of Women in Olympics and Amateur Sports Act. And he wants to protect the women by basically making sure that no trans women are in the locker rooms with the biological. This is the whole gist of this bill.
Now, Jim Jordan, who was a major part of a scandal at Ohio State, not Ohio State.
I forget what but it was he was a coach, like a wrestling coach.
Yes, where he turned his eye on a coach who was sexually molesting all these wrestlers.
Yes.
Is now looking for protection.
Yes. Hypocrisy is rampant. That's the title of my next play.
Hypocrisy is rampant.
So he passes the ball to Eric Swalwell, who's just like,
hot.
Guys. He's trying to get it across. I'm going to let him do it.
And he's hot.
He does it geniusly, but he kind of rips them to shit.
And he's hot.
I guess it's a good thing that some folks on the other side are now interested in what happens in a locker room, and we're not going to look the other way. Okay, I'll accept that. But this is something that is not a thing. Kids getting mowed down by assault rifles at their school, that's a thing. Young women in their community having IVF treatments banned, that's a thing. Women being forced into government-mandated pregnancies, that's a thing. And those are all things that we can address in this committee. Who's enforcing it? Is Mr. Jordan enforcing it? Mr. Gates enforcing it? Mr. Biggs? Who is enforcing this on-demand gender check? You didn't put that into the bill. Seems a little creepy that we don't know who's going to be determining genders here. Ms. Hageman, I'm deferring to you. You're the only one that wants to speak on this. It's interesting. You're the only one who wants to speak on this. No one else will even touch this because it's kind of creepy.
It's creepy.
Who will do the gender check?
They want to do a gender check.
No, what they want to do, they want someone else to do it. They want to put it in the bill that there's a gender check, but they don't want to talk about what that looks like.
So we don't know.
But that's just like all the bills that the Republicans are doing. It's like, you can't talk about whatever, don't say gay in class, but we're not going to tell you exactly what that means. Or you can't. So there's like these bills that are so open interpretive. So who's going to get hit? You know, who's going to get charged? Who's going to get, I don't know, thrown in jail or whatever the thing is going to be. So who's doing the gender check? Are you opening up panties and looking? Is that the gender check? What's the gender check?
It's craziness. It is absolute craziness. That it's like, can we just say this once and for all, y'all? Listen, trans women are women.
Oh.
Done.
And I have a quote.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
I consider myself a trans person. I am still genetically male. I changed all of my ID right down to my birth certificate. So yes, technically I am female, but on the other hand, I know I am not. That is the most, I'm a woman, but I'm a man. I'm not, well, I'm kind of,
well,
I'm trans.
Okay, so.
You're going to defend Caitlyn. Good. Making sure.
Has he lost his white mind?
Nope.
Is his white mind someplace?
I am tequila.
Talking about I'm going to defend Caitlyn Jenner and her punk ass.
Hey, reach the tequila. It's over there.
The tequila. Dun, 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 dun.
This drink needs a floater.
It's gonna be in about 7 minutes, y'all. It's gonna be only cracking because I'm on my 4th one and I don't know what. Anyway, so Caitlyn Jenner.
Who's our next story?
I would just like to say this.
Are you talking to Caitlyn?
I just want to say this. Kate, I wanted to say see you next Tuesday, Jenner, but I didn't. Caitlyn Jenner, I don't understand how a trans person can be so transphobic. Sit down somewhere and reevaluate your life, because what you are doing is you are hurting people. And what you forgot was to leave all that patriarchy that you had all those years. You forgot to leave that with you and bring along the compassion that comes with being a woman. So there you go. Now share the story.
All right, Nassau County, here we come. There is an executive, Berth Blakeman, who signed into law in February that your gender in the sport that you are performing in is the wrong word. Doing the sport you are doing, the sport you are. You're not helping me with any words.
So
anyway, you have to perform on the gender that you were given at birth, not the other. Problem with this, it's a New York law that the trans community is protected. So Letitia James sent a cease and desist.
Y'all know Tish James, right?
Tish James.
We're going to talk about Monday in a minute, but let's just talk about Tish James for a minute.
She sent a cease and desist to Bruce Blakeman, and now Bruce Blakeman is bringing Tish James to court. This is ongoing. We don't know where this is going. Caitlyn Jenner. I know that we did this one quote, but I'm going to actually let Caitlyn do the talking for you.
Ooh.
As to wait,
Jeanette, Heidi, we're about to talk about Caitlyn Jenner. Hold on now.
Biological realities that exist that provide for advantages and even lead to physical harm when trans women or biological males compete in sports against women. When I competed in 1972 and 76 Olympics on behalf of the good old US of A, there was a clear problem. Some of you more mature people out there may remember this, but we had the East German women. We had the Soviet women that at that time, I don't know, most of them didn't even identify. You looked at them, you didn't know what you were looking at. And in walks this girl, massive size. She was an East German discus thrower. Huge. I mean, honestly, the pimples on her back, the whole thing, something was going on here. I have empathy for all LGBT people.
I'm sorry.
But he doesn't have empathy for the East German women who...
I'm sorry. You have empathy for who?
Well, also, do you know what my thought is? I mean, back then, and I don't have all the information. You guys might have more information than I. But I remember these women when they swam and when they lifted weights and all of that. They were huge, and we know that they were doing hormones and all of that, right?
Well, we don't know.
No. A lot of it we do know now. But that's why a lot of the rules have been put in place why they can't do the hormones. But my belief with the East, especially the Eastern European, Russian bloc, steroids, yes. Yeah. But my belief is that it was their countries that, because they kind of make sure that they have the largest, the biggest, the best.
Yes.
They push their athletes in a way that go beyond what I think that the country should do. So I'm wondering now, what are their lives now? I mean, I can't imagine.
I don't know. All I know is that in 2024.
But my point is, where was the compassion? The story was like this humorous anecdote from Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, these women, whatever they were, I don't know what they were.
These masculine-looking women.
And yet here, I mean, what is the hypocrisy of, there Caitlyn is standing there. It's did we do that too? Wait, let's do this. It didn't work. Last time we did this, balloons fell. We didn't understand.
We don't know what's
Maybe
happening.
People send it to us.
I think people send it.
Do you guys send us things? Do you send us little bubbles and balloons?
Is there money attached?
Yeah. Oh God, money. That'd be good.
Monetize it.
We got to kick you into college.
So anyway,
what's your point?
I just want to say this again. Caitlyn Jenner, if you were, I don't know, someone sends this to you, one of your little hateful, children, listen, take a moment, sit down someplace. Just sit down someplace and replay what you said.
Read.
And I saw someone say that Caitlyn Jenner is the Cadis. I can't even talk about Candace
Thank you,
Owens.
Jeanette.
I can't even talk. We're going to play that raccoon video tonight for Candace Owens. I can't do it with Candace Owens right now. But Caitlyn, please, I don't think you understand how much you are hurting people by saying these things. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. For the love of Mike, stop it. That's all I'm going to say. Because people are going to hate you. And when the time comes and you don't have anyone standing beside you, girl, because they're going to come for your punk ass too. Just know that.
And the other thing I want to bring up is I want to bring up parents. I really think parents are a humongous part of the problem right now. So one of the people that signed on to this bill that's going to fight Tish James in Nassau County are parents that are afraid for their 16-year-old daughter to play volleyball because of a volleyball incident that happened 2 years ago where a trans athlete, I guess, spiked the ball down on someone
and hit the girl in the head.
Hurt them? I'm not sure.
Hit the girl in the head.
Is she dead?
She ain't dead. But
hit her in the head.
So now they're saying that their daughter's afraid of all trans people.
Our daughter's
because
really afraid of playing volleyball.
She was in a game where there's a ball that goes places.
Like at 80 miles per hour. The whole thing is but I hate the fact that there are parents that are weaponizing. Our child is so scared to play volleyball. Stop modeling that for your kids. You don't want to model that for your kids.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Okay. Let's continue with some Tish James news.
Tish James. What has Tish James been up to?
Well, come Monday. What's going to happen on Monday? Are we all wondering what's going to happen on Monday? So these are the words. These are the words. Till Tisha James could move to seize Trump's assets, including bank accounts or properties such as Trump's Manhattan office tower at 40 Wall Street, unless he declares bankruptcy, which he said he's not going to do because he doesn't want to appear like a bad businessman, which we all kind of know he is.
Here's the thing. May I?
No.
As much as I want to say that on Monday morning, they're going to start taking his shit away.
Well, there's a lot of law.
There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen.
But
they can start all the paperwork, right? Y'all know he gonna pony up that $500 million. Because he said today, I got the $500 million. His lawyer said he didn't have it. He says he has it.
He does have it.
His lawyer said, no, we can't do this. Which all of a sudden,
we need an extension. We need more time. No, I have $500 million.
Brenda Manley, it's a mess. So listen, first of all, who's lying?
Well, we know.
All of them. And that's one of them lying.
All of them.
So I'm just curious. I mean, how many of you, let us know in the comments, how many of you actually believe that he won't have that $500 million come Monday?
We know it's not going to be there.
Oh, I think he's going to have it.
Oh, you think he's going to have it?
I think
he's trying to do something.
Victor Orban. Victor Orban showed up at the Southern White House, which should be the first thing put on the block if it does happen. But I know
he can't. What's weird is Mar-a-Lago because it's its own little entity that's in a very specific place in Florida that you can't. They can't go after that. It's too difficult. I know, but go after. First of all,
40 Wall Street.
The first thing is go into the bank accounts. That's the first thing she should do. Then it's the properties. But she has also already started clearing the way for the Westchester Country Club thing that he has up there. Take it. Go.
But again,
there's a Trump Tower in Chicago.
Again,
take it. I don't know.
I'm just curious.
He might not own that though.
I'm just curious because already you got Aileen Cannon down in Florida telling them, we just gonna wait. Honey, we're gonna wait till you president again. Because that could happen.
Now there's a whole group of ads that I'm not sure which one to show first, so you're gonna help me with this.
Ads.
So you have the one that you gave me of the junior.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Now, we got all this. Hey, Rosemary, we got all this money, y'all. But this is what they are fleecing people like crazy. They are fleecing people like crazy. Go ahead and play that. Show them this ad.
If you've ever voted for my father, I'm asking you to chip in $5, $10, or even $25 to his campaign today. Crooked Joe Biden.
Not even playing the rest of it.
You know what? We should have said trigger warning.
It's not worth it. It's just the fact that you're watching Junior go, my dad, my dad, my dad. He says my dad like 1,500 times. I'm like, don't you have a life? Is your dad like tied into the dad? That's it. I have another. The Republicans are coming out with a bunch of commercials. I think you might be surprised.
Oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah, this is 15 seconds long, but take a gander.
Mike Pence knows Donald Trump better than anyone else, and he knows how dangerous a second Trump administration would be.
I will not be endorsing Donald Trump this year.
Mike Pence is putting country over party, and we will too.
Republican voters against Trump. I was actually very impressed by that. Oh, man, my husband's silent.
Because you know what? Guess what? These motherfuckers sat by for 4 years and let this shit happen. And all of a sudden they realize, oh, shit. We done let Marjorie Taylor Greene and the other heifers out. And now we can't put them back in. The genie is out of the bottle right now. And they're trying to clean it up. Ain't gonna happen.
No, the genie. No, here's the deal. They let it out, but I think what everyone's hoping is that judicial cleans it up. I swear that's what I think everyone wants. Everyone wants him to go away and just wants judicial to take over and, put him in jail or whatever, take his assets or whatever it is. Yes.
I'm gonna let that sit there.
No, it can live. That's perfect. I've never personally seen vaginal dryness, but I am going to.
Or had it.
Oh, wow. I haven't had it either.
The tequila made me silent, baby. You can't get the toothpaste back in this. Thank you, Kathy Walker. But all this stuff, it's just like, and this is, it's like Pence complaining. It's like, honey, he was going to hang you. And you know how you like things that are hung.
He's a little too late. He and mommy might need to go back to Indiana. Is that what she was, mommy?
I don't know.
Mommy?
Mother.
He and mother might need to just go back to 14.
You know what, though? I got to say this because I call you Pop.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop. Does that make us weird? You don't call me Daddy.
Yeah, public. But you don't refer to me as Pop in public.
Hey, Pop.
He referred to his wife as Mother in public. I mean, it's
plus Pop
creepy.
is just like sounds like more nickname.
Also, Mother sounds like no.
Hello, Mother.
It's a different thing entirely. Just you brought up Judge. Is it Aileen or Eileen? I really don't know. Aileen Cannon. Sounds uglier.
It's spelled Ailee, and I think it's pronounced heifer.
So she's the one down in Florida, and so I'm just going to read this because it's easier. But she asked the lawyers for the former president Trump's lawyers and the special counsel Jack Smith's office to submit 2 sets of proposed jury instructions before deliberation in the trial to begin, providing competing scenarios on the interpretation of the Presidential Records Act. So basically she's going, I want you to come up with these scenarios, these weird scenarios, a pro and a con, and she comes up with this thing. And you go online, I'm sure many of you have seen this. There's not one judge, one lawyer. I've never seen this before. No one has ever seen this strategy. They're all, that was a wisp of tequila. She is just trying. And so what I think I finally got down to the bottom, you know what the bottom line is here, don't you, Michael? She doesn't want to be overturned. She doesn't want to be overturned. And she's been overturned twice by the U.S. Court of Appeals, 11th Circuit. And she doesn't want to be overturned again. And so she's come up with this bizarre stratagem in order to play it out. And anyway, I'm wondering what Jack Smith is going to do. Okay, so this is my question to you. Do you think Jack Smith is going to come up with a counter move, or do you think it's going to just fritter away and the whole documents at Mar-a-Lago thing is going to disappear?
Do you know what I think?
Go.
You want my honest opinion?
Yes,
I can't be as honest as this. White people have been getting away with shit for years and years and years. We're watching this play out because we watch it, and we're sitting on our seat. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? When we all know what's going to happen next.
No, we don't. What do you think is going to happen next? Though? I'm not asking for a history lesson.
Honey, if he doesn't get off, I will bake pies for everybody watching.
I wanted a sexual thing.
I will cream pie everybody who's watching.
For me,
it might take a few days.
I don't need you to sexualize everyone. I just want it coming. I will. I don't know. I think Jack Smith's going to come back with something. I don't know what it is. I think it's a stay tuned moment. I don't think this is going to wash. I don't think it's going to stay at submit 2 different scenarios and we'll pick and choose and whatever. And then things go in the record and then it ends up going Trump's way. I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
Here's the thing. Monday, if Trump has the money, we know how everything's going to go.
He won't have the money. No one loves him that much.
All right.
Viktor Orban doesn't love him that much. Putin doesn't love him that much. Who loves him that much? He sells shoes and he makes $10,000. I mean, he's not going to get it. Maybe 100,000.
Well, okay. Well, did you? Oh, I didn't put this down. This was on me. So there's two GoFundMe's for Trump.
Well, yes. And yes, he's going to milk the American public for I don't know how much money.
One has raised $1.5 million.
Now, the other thing that I've heard is that, and this is not on our list, but I've heard a couple things about the RNC, which of course is now being led by Lara Trump. The whole thing is so incestuous. But, Jeanette says Orban has Russian money. I still don't know they're going to bail him out. Why would they bail him out? But anyway.
Hey, Julie.
So they get their way.
They get their way. It's that simple. It's that simple.
But they have to weigh his effectiveness. He's not an effective leader. It doesn't matter. He can't.
Well, they have to. They get to tell him what to do, and he gets to do it.
Right, but But my point is, our structure doesn't work. Just he unilaterally gets to say what happens in this country. That doesn't work that way. I know he's trying to break it down.
I'm sorry.
I get that he's trying to break it down.
Have you seen what happened to Black people in this country?
Okay. You're now going back to something. I'm talking about.
I'm going back.
I'm talking about the facts right now. I'm talking about the facts right now in terms of what you can do in the government. It moves at a snail's pace. We never agree on anything. You really think that he can get into office and go, guess what, Senate? Guess what, House of Representatives? You're out. I get all of the say here.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be a play. I don't know. My thing. But
hey, Marco Lindbergh. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Well, we're at Elon Musk, which is always like, do we have to?
Do we have to?
Do we have to?
By the way, there's talking that Trump's going to make $3 billion on this whole thing with True Social.
What, 3 million?
3 billion.
Oh, billion.
On True Social. But
the thing is, there's a limitation which Tish James said he could sell or not sell and all that.
He can't. Okay, Amanda, as our good friend Amanda says here, he can't sell any of those shares for 6 months unless he gets a waiver, which they will not grant him a waiver, because all the other investors, if he gets his money and then steps away, then all of a sudden, if he's the brand, all of a sudden they lose all their money. So that's not going to happen. They're saying, if we're going to sell this, you better stay around. And in 6 months, you can have your money. But in 6 months, he gonna be sitting there on he got $500 million. I'm gonna stop talking.
You think he doesn't want to give his money? But okay, but even if he has to give $500 million, that's
it's not his money.
Well, I don't think he's gonna be able to raise it. I really don't.
It's not his money. Do we have anything happy to talk about?
Yes, Elon Musk. Well, I really think I got to play this thing. So this is there was. Don Lemon was going to be on X. He was going to be hired by X to do a show, his own show. He was asked, he was courted, he was boom, boom, down the line, Don Lemon, please come. And Don Lemon finally agreed to it. Even though a lot of his fans said, don't, it's X, it's Elon Musk, you don't know what you're doing, that's crazy town. And he said, no, I'm going to do this because it's a large platform. It's a platform that speaks to many people. And it's a great way for me to get my voice out to many people. And Elon has said that I get to say anything. So for my first interview, I'm going to interview
Elon Musk.
So that's where this all comes in. And so this is the interview with Elon Musk, or part of it.
Hate speech on the platform is up. Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think? Do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble, or you wouldn't be criticized for these things?
I'm criticized constantly. I could care less. I was at a breakfast at a friend's place, and Donald Trump came by. That's it.
What did you discuss?
Let's just say he did most of the talking.
Did he ask you for money?
He didn't.
Are you going to loan him money to help pay his legal bills?
I'm not paying his legal bills in any way, shape, or form.
Did he ask you for a donation?
No.
Are you leaning towards anyone?
Leaning away from Biden.
You're leaning.
So he did the interview, and like the next day, boom, he's fired from X.
Because
no, Don Lemon's going to tell you.
Oh,
I know, surprises every which way. So Don Lemon's going to tell you.
First, can I say this? My husband worked so hard on this show today and getting these things together because I was out with the kid all day, literally all day. So
excuses are so entertaining.
I'm just saying that. Thank you.
Don Lemon.
Hi, everyone. Elon Musk is mad at me. And I just put out a statement about what happened between him, me, and the interview that he is apparently so upset about. So speaking of free speech, right? I thought the first person interviewed, no brainer, Elon Musk, the man who calls himself a free speech absolutist. I asked him to do it. He willingly agreed to the interview. Throughout our conversation, I kept reiterating to him that although it was tense at times, I thought it was good for people to see and hear our exchange and that they would learn from our conversation, learn more about him, learn more about me. But apparently, free speech absolutism doesn't apply when it comes to questions about him from people like me.
That's what I wanted you to hear.
All right. I'm going to put my reading glasses on because I'm about to read some people. First of all, Don Lemon, why are you holding that Starbucks cup?
He just went to Starbucks.
You shouldn't have gone to Starbucks. You know that.
Why should he?
That's your first mistake. Because we're boycotting Starbucks because of the stances that they take. Stay away from Starbucks. Second, Elon Musk is upset because that's the first time a black person had to question him. And he's so used to being, white, hetero, cis male that he didn't understand, why is this Negro, not the term he would use, all up in my mug asking all these questions? And look, I like Don Lemon. I don't love Don Lemon. But Don Lemon also, I watched that whole interview. Well, I watched like 40 minutes of it or whatever it was. And I was like, Don Lemon, you was just punk ass too. He could have been harder on him because he let some of his racist shit just slide. He let some of that racism just slide.
Well, but I think, one, I have two thoughts. But I mean, not that I didn't see the whole interview. I saw like I think a 7-minute snippet of the interview. But I think, one, it is his technical boss, right? I mean, he can't go total whole hog. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but go at him 100% if it's his boss. And also, sometimes I think it's powerful when someone says something and it sits and you go, wow, that was really inappropriate. Then don't you think that's powerful? You don't have to evaluate it, do you?
Call the thing the thing.
Because
Elon Musk is a racist.
Well, I'm not against saying that.
I will not add allegedly to that. Look at his behavior. Look at what he says. Look at what he does. No? Come on. It's the same way. Why are black stations putting Candace Owens on TV and on these iPods, Lord have mercy, on these podcasts? Stop it. Stop it. Because what's happening is you are not checking her and her lies. She is lying about everything. She is a liar. In fact, can you find that tape we have of Candace?
No, I won't do it.
Why? We have a little tape of Candace Owens. I want to see if Let's see if we can find it. Hold on.
In Vail, Colorado today, Candace Owens was caught stealing trash out of a dumpster. Our reporters tried to catch up to her to get a comment. Candace, please, why are you stealing trash out of a dumpster? Candace then tried to crawl inside of the dumpster. Upon further review, when we looked inside of the dumpster, we noticed she was in there with Larry Elder, who was also stealing garbage. Back to you, Becky.
So back to you, Becky. That's what I got to say to Candace Owens. Back to you, Becky.
You're so subtle. It's like,
I'm tired.
We have the thing about Candace Owens when you play it.
I'm just tired. I am so
we can't
tired.
be tired. No, we can't be tired. We have to be on it. We have to call them out. We have to let them know what we feel. We have to also spread truth. I mean, Candace Owens said something about Jews drinking blood of Christians. I mean, we have to call that out. It's ludicrous and ridiculous.
The thing is that because people we do this little thing with y'all. We say what the fuck we want, but we kind of go and look at the facts of things before we say it. Candace Owens was just on the Breakfast Club. That's a black a podcast for some of you non-melanated folks. And she went on this black.
I think you should bless them. I think it makes you angry.
And just sat there and lied through her teeth, talking about what. And here's the thing. Here's the big thing for me. It's always black people's fault. We're always at fault. It's not the people, the non-melanated folks who put us in those situations, the non-melanated folks who have done everything in their power to break us, and yet we rise. And yet we rise. I can't do it. We're trying to do impersonation. I can't do it. So that's what I'm saying. It's like,
what impersonation was that?
Maya Angelou.
Oh.
And yet we rise. I can't do her. There's queens on the line who can do it.
I didn't know what you're doing.
You know, hey, Francis Kelly. So it's like the fact that she's blaming black people for this. I'm just like, I'm done with her. I'm done with
and yet,
her.
The thing is,
press and curl. She can't even find an honest black gay man to do her hair. Press and curl ass.
Press and curl.
All right. Anyway, I'm done with her.
I'm going to jump one because I think that this is more important. Eva Birch, who's an Arizona state senator. I should preface it this way. Arizona law mandates that a provider conduct an ultrasound and offer the patient a chance to see the image 24 hours before getting an abortion.
Yes.
And so this woman, Eva Birch, who's an Arizona state senator, has medical issues and she is pregnant and she had to go in and get an ultrasound. And her whole speech is kind of amazing if you want to catch it. I'm sure it's easy to find. Eva Birch, I'll say her name again. And she talks about how even like the person who kind of had to do the exam with her even talked to her in a way that was like they knew they really didn't want to do it. Like their heart wasn't in it, but they had to because of Arizona law had to do it. And then they had to go through a bunch of things saying, well, do you this or do you that, when it didn't even pertain to her situation. But here she is on the Arizona Senate floor. I just found this very heartbreaking.
I'm choosing abortion because I'm pregnant. And for reasons that I should not have to explain to you or to the church or to the state of Arizona, I need to not be pregnant anymore. That's the best outcome for me. And if doctors and political leaders and advocacy organizations and religious organizations and faith groups and scientists have not been able to come to any consensus about the answers to these complicated questions, then I think we can all agree that the right people for that job are not here in the Arizona legislature. Arizonans deserve the freedom and the liberty to make those decisions for themselves. I will never try to force someone to have an abortion. And nobody should ever try to prevent me from having mine.
It's a very sad thing that this is happening in.
But also,
Victoria.
I want to talk about how brave that is. I mean, here she is, a pregnant woman standing up there defending herself, and that cannot be easy.
No, it can't.
Like Arizona, it just can't be easy.
But
I was very impressed with that whole thing, and I felt so sorry for her. and her husband, and you know, their whole procedure of trying to get a family and it not working out. The whole thing. It was just heart-rending.
Yep. And you have, you know, just the fact that every time you sort of look at the complexion of the people, complexion, that's the wrong word, even though it's complexion as well, but like the makeup of the people who are making these laws are white men somewhere between 40 and 75 who don't even know what the cooter does. They have said some of the stupidest shit about women's bodies. And I'm like, y'all don't even know science.
Remember who was the guy that used to say, well, if a woman's getting raped, it shuts down. She's not going to have a baby. But where is that in scientific data?
I have a question because we have a good engagement right now. So here's the thing. So we've used the words abortion. We've used the word rape. And there's a lot of people on social media who go smortion.
Really?
And also grape.
I don't know anything about that.
And grape. So what are people's thoughts? Do we try to hide the word, even though we say grape, we still know what the connotation is? Does that take something off? Does that change anything? I'm really curious from people. Does that change
Are you thinking this is trigger warning stuff?
Yeah, because I'm someone's like, look, we go through life every damn day. We are not warned before something bad happens to us. We are aware of our surroundings and try to not have those things happen. But I think where I am is call a thing the thing.
So now, where did you say, was that like on TikTok?
No, this is everywhere.
I have not seen anyone.
This has been the last couple of years. This is the last couple of years.
It sounds like Schmigadoon.
Yeah, but
Schmidortion.
I will, you know.
Yeah, look at Jeanette's.
And it feels to me that it takes away what that importance is. It's like, this is a horrible act that was committed against someone. These are things that happen to women and men. And it needs to be discussed. You know, well, Robin has a good thing right here. You have to change it because posts are being removed because if you use the word rape or if you use the word abortion, you know, to avoid censorship. You know, I think people use those words on the socials to avoid censorship, but folks ought to say the thing and fight the censorship. I agree with that. I completely agree with that. We have to stop. Trauma happens. We've all experienced trauma. And if we can be there for the people who have experienced trauma, be there for them and let them know that you're empathetic to what they're feeling, I think that is going to be what helps someone through something. Not saying, girl, they were graped.
That doesn't, that only makes it sound silly. I mean, it's a horrible thing. It's like, you know, the word murder. Do you stop the word murder?
No, people say schmurder.
Really?
People say schmurder.
I have not heard any of this.
Yeah.
I've missed.
Well, you're not really on the things.
Don't you? You're not me. I mean, I put this show together. You say I'm not on the things. No one in the news reports say schmurder.
Not news reports, no, but online they do. And
so that's what I'm saying. So when I said to you, where do you see this? Is this a TikTok thing?
It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. It's everywhere that is not nightly news. It's everywhere.
But nightly news uses the words. They're not.
Or they don't say that. You can't say suicide. You have to say they were unalived.
Unalived?
Yes.
That confuses me.
So I was just curious what your thoughts were.
Tequila is slowing my brain down. Unalived doesn't make sense to me. But so, I don't need to say.
But guess what? You know, what is it? Oh, are people spelling things differently so it doesn't pop up and you get censored online? You know, that's why some black people spell white folks as YT or
but if you're talking, that's a different thing entirely. So isn't this bizarre that we're talking about Elon Musk, who kicked someone off of his platform to not do a show because he didn't like the interview, and at the same time, you have to spell words in a weird way so they're not. I mean, the whole idea of what is accepted or what is not accepted on the various platforms is sort of ludicrous. Do you want to do this at all?
I don't. I think it's too heavy.
All right, then we're down to here.
So we're going to do two things real
We're not
quick.
doing two things.
No, we're going to do two things.
We're not doing two things. Maybe we are.
I said we're going to do two things.
You don't want banners.
I don't want that. Good Lord. So we played this at the very opening. I'm going to play it one more time, and then we have one thing. Where is it?
I don't know. Talk to me, because I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about you?
Hold on.
Oh my God, I'm so much faster.
Here we go.
Rise and shine! It is morning and it is time for breakfast. You have $1.99. What are you going to do?
4 Rise and Shine combos from Hardee's.
Answer me, Private. Hardee's. All right.
Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
And just a reminder, he directed himself with that look. He did that.
I just have to play it again because it's so stupid.
We're not playing it again.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Ever again. But I want to play this.
Do I ever want to go to Hardee's is my question.
So this is something that I also found as a commercial.
Oh.
It is not either one of us, but I feel it will speak to a lot of you out there. Ready?
It's touching.
Here we go.
Can you keep a secret? Then listen to Mattel's new baby secret. She whispers just to you, and her lips really move when she talks. It's almost unbelievable.
I want to tell you something.
Baby Secret tells lots of secrets, so you never know what she'll say next.
Hold me close and whisper.
And she looks so real, the way her lips move like yours.
I'd like to whisper in the dark.
She can even pose the way you want.
That was my favorite. Don't talk so loud. It's like programming little girls to not talk. That's all that whole commercial is. Just whisper. Don't talk so loud. Shut the fuck up.
At one point,
your ideas don't mean anything.
At one point, that doll says, I like talking softly in the dark. Oh my God. Robin. So if you guys have not watched this episode of what is it?
Robin should tell you.
What is it? No, it's
I love it when you get the so break it down. Who's in it?
Rod Sterling.
Oh, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yes.
And there's a doll called Talking Tina. Baby, Talking Tina did not like who's Kojak? Who played Kojak?
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas is in it. Baby, he tried to play Talking Tina for a fool. Miss Talking Tina said, not today.
Did Talking Tina whisper?
No, she would go like this. Hi, I'm Talking Tina.
Telly
I don't
Savalas,
like you.
You are going to die.
So-
Jessica goes, she killed the dad.
Well, she's talking about Talking Tina.
I know.
But with whatever this
I'm
doll
talking
is.
about 20.
Anyway.
The whole thing is insane.
So,
oh my goodness.
Love y'all.
Isn't he cute?
Blue.
Good night.
Bye.